chief god Marduk defeats the sea beast Tiamat and creates the land, sea, and sky with her dismembered body. A very similar story comes from an ancient Canaanite myth in which the sea beast Lotan is slayed by the chief god Baal at the start of creation. In fact, the name Lotan is generally believed to be where we get the name Leviathan in the first place. The Chaos Camp appears more than just the Middle East. The North god Thor battles with the world serpent Jormungandr. The Greek god Zeus slays the serpentine Typhon. The Hindu deity Indra defeats the aquatic snake demon Vitra. And even as far as Japan, we have the Shinto storm god Susanoo, who slays the eight-headed sea serpent Yamato no Orochi. So out of this, we get the idea of the Leviathan, this primordial sea snake of creation. But note that in the book of Job, God's not doing battle with the Leviathan. Instead, he's celebrating its majesty, and it all seems to invert the trope on its head. Oh, and the counterpart Behemoth. Sadly, it's not really well known where it comes from. Some say it's a giant mythical cow. After all, its name beer moth is related to the Hebrew word for cattle, behemah. With this, they suspect that it could be related to a giant bull in the Epic of Gilgamesh that was sent down from heaven to do battle with the heroes Gilgamesh and Enkidu. Who knows? The jury's out on this one. Perhaps the beer moth is some sort of other creature that only ever appears here in this part of the Bible and nowhere else. The Nephilim, final creatures for now. The Nephilim, literally translating to the fallen ones, but often just called the giants. But to summarize, the Nephilim are said to be the offspring of a forbidden procreation between angels and humans. This story is expounded on at length in the Apocalypse book of Enoch, where they cause havoc and generally just cause a bit of a mess. Now that's an apocryphal account and not in the mainstream Bible canon. So if we limit it just to the Bible, there isn't really much about them. In Genesis, they are said to be warriors of renown, and in the book of Numbers, the Israelites described themselves as being the size of grasshoppers in comparison to them. The real debate is whether we take it literally or if they're just being emphatic. Maybe these are just exaggerated descriptions of real-life warriors. Well, the book of Enoch takes it literally, and even goes a step further, measuring the Nephilim at a whopping 1.35 kilometers. That's 4,500 feet tall. But who knows? The book of Enoch is just one of many interpretations. A clue could be in the earliest translations of the Bible, which follow the same pattern and translate Nephilim as gigantes, which, by the way, is where we get our word for giants. So there you have it. I find that reading the text in their original language really reveals a lot about ancient texts like the Bible. The New Testament, especially the book of Revelations, has some really wacky creatures like dragons and creatures covered entirely with eyes, perhaps a topic for a future video. Either way, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're new here, follower, a like and a comment also goes a long way. It's great to see so much activity on this page and so many positive responses to my content. I might wish to produce more videos and mythology and biblical studies in the future. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you next time. God bless you. Don't forget to share.